work. If you know or want to share, maybe just speak out. Yeah, very good. Okay, so the first is the pastel. What others? Yeah, very good. That's the external, right? 5 forces for work. Good. Very good. Well done. How about internal? Internal analysis. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Okay, VRIO. What others?
SWOT.
Yeah, very good. SWOT analysis. Okay, and then there was another one at RBB. Okay. Okay, there are many frameworks we have covered so far. Okay, and for your final, I want you to apply those frameworks. Okay, on the board here. External analysis, internal analysis to the business model analysis, and also firm performance analysis, and also VC entrepreneurship concept to analyze a case company that is a kind of innovative, like an entrepreneurial venture. Okay, so this is another concept we discussed before. Okay, so what EV is, entrepreneurial venture, okay? You need to have kind of the features. The first feature will be need to be innovative. Have innovation in some way. Or the second one, ideally, okay, the company age is less than 8 years. Kind of the new company, okay. 8 years or 10 years, okay? Or 10 years, kind of new, okay. And then, because we want you to analyze entrepreneurial venture, and as I mentioned, today it is very important to study entrepreneurship, okay? And then so many new companies nowadays, like ChatGPT, okay, OpenAI, or DC from China, and a lot of things like Tesla. They are so important topics to discuss about new ventures because it changed our life so much. And I want you to discuss those new company, okay, and apply the frameworks here to analyze its competitive advantage. Okay, so that's the topic. So you need to select one EV, okay, that meet the two criteria. And in terms of the kind of grading criteria, okay, so we will ask you to analyze and evaluate based on your content analysis. And the most important one is the framework analysis here. Did you use data to analyze your argument, to analyze your content, and then draw your conclusions based on that? Okay, so that's the most important part about analysis. And other thing we will look at includes your presentation, oral presentation style, skills. Did you deliver like a consultant precisely and efficiently to us? Okay, and other thing like teamwork or peer evaluation. So we will also have a peer evaluation session where other classmates can give you feedback and also do the grading. Okay, so that's the evaluation. Now let's move on to instruction. Okay, so for your final, we will ask you to create like a consulting presentation style in PPT. Okay, and then so it will be like a consulting presentation style. And now let's look at some of the examples here. So we will ask you to create something like this Bennett Company's presentation, okay? Need to be in the very professional, okay, business format. Use a lot of data, okay, to to analyze, to draw your conclusion. Okay, so I think that's the kind of the requirement. And now let's go back to the guidance. And other requirements in terms of the duration for your final, you only have 8 minutes to deliver your presentation, and everyone needs to present. Okay, so I would say rehearse and be prepared. 8 minutes is definitely enough. Okay, just in terms of how you're gonna deliver, I would suggest straight to the point. Tell me your findings on each slide, and do not tell me all the information. Okay, tell me about your findings and backgrounds and analysis. Okay, and remember the duration is 8 minutes, and all of you need to present. Okay, so that's the presentation guidance. Now let's move on to in terms of structure. Okay, so for your final presentation structure, I would suggest to have the following format. So you can start an introduction session where you tell us what's the company's background, what's the business model, products and services, okay, and then move on to the main analysis session, session 2. So I would say session 2 is the most important part. And then I would suggest you to cover all the main analysis, okay, including all of them here. External analysis, internal analysis, and others. And perhaps you don't need to cover all the external frameworks. You can perhaps select either PASTEL or 5 forces model, or VRIO or SWOT analysis. You can select one of them, but you need to cover both external and internal analysis. Okay, so that's the session 2. And after session 2, tell us, okay, as a consultant, okay, as a consultant, what's your strategic recommendations you want to provide to your clients? Okay, you can tell your clients where they have done a good job and where to improve, okay, to increase their competitive advantage. Okay, so that's the session 3. And if you have references, you can put into a footnote section. And if you have additional information you want to share with us, you can include that into the appendix section. Okay, remember, in total, you only have 8 minutes. Okay, that covers session 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's the structure. Now let's move on to the next one about, I think, a startup, okay? So as I mentioned, the requirement for this topic is to analyze, to select one EV to analyze. And if you don't know where to find an EV, and here are some resources, okay? You can go on to the Innovex database. Here it has a list of the Innovex startup participants, and then also the TVCA list here, where there are many, where it has a lot of great EV to analyze. Yeah. And then I think Irene can share with you a bit more about the list.
Okay, these both links are on our class slide, and you can click it. And this is the website of Innovex, and they have some startup company. They have many list of the startup company, and you can choose one of these to be your final presentation topics. And yeah, this one is Innovex, and the second one is the top 100 startup company in 2024. They also provide a list about the fun technology startups, and you also can choose from this list.
Yeah, so there are so many great startups now, okay, in Taiwan and also overseas. You can go onto the list or find some companies you admire, okay, is your choice. And then if you also want to see the real companies, okay, and then I invite you to Innovex in the following week, okay, to see the real company, and then you can perhaps do an interview there or go to talk to the CEO, talk to the founder that can help you prepare for your final presentation analysis, okay? And then I think we can also share with you a bit more about what this exhibition is about.
InnoVX 2025 at Computex, celebrating a decade of startup innovation and future technologies. Get ready to witness the next big wave of technology at Computex 2025, where InnoVX is marking its 10th anniversary with a bang. From May 20th to 23rd, Taipei Nangang Hall 2 will transform into a hub of creativity and breakthrough ideas, bringing together nearly 450 startups from 24 countries. This year's showcase isn't just about celebrating the past decade. It's a glimpse into the future of AI, green tech, smart transportation, semiconductors, and new communication innovations. Picture this. In the French Pavilion, you'll find cutting-edge smart sensors, green energy solutions, immersive 3D sound, robotics, and simulation tools. Meanwhile, Flanders, Belgium will present exciting developments in cybersecurity, wireless power, and micro-LED tech from IMEC. The Czech Pavilion showcases innovations in digital applications, automation, space tech, and robotics, while Poland dazzles with progress in AI, renewable energy, edtech, and advanced materials. Thailand's 17 companies are pushing boundaries in AI-powered education and